In today's video, we are going over our top 10 favorite builders in all of DFW.
Yep, and we're Andy and Patrice of Texas Model Home, and we've been in real estate for over a decade. And today we're on day one of our 90 videos in 90 days challenge. So let's get started with our top 10 builders.
Absolutely. But before we jump in, I just want to say, look, we are going to be about 50-50 mix of our home tours that you guys all have come to know and love, as well as more of these insider tips and all that good stuff, informative type videos. So it's going to be a mixture. So definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell and follow along so you don't miss any of this 90-day challenge to see if we can even do it.
I know you definitely need to follow along because we're going
It's
to
a
see
little overwhelming, I'll be honest with you. But
yeah.
without further ado, Patrice, people are here because I clicked on the title. They want to know what our top 10 builders are. So what's number 10?
Shall we get started?
Yes, ma'am.
Number 10 would be Landon Homes.
All right. So Landon Homes. Landon Homes is one that if you asked me a couple years ago, it probably wouldn't even be on my radar. That's fair enough to say. But since they have taken over, they started really, I really started building with them back in Hollyhock. You know, they were in charge. They kind of took over that subdivision after the Highlands of the world, the Coventries and all them left. And they built a really solid floor plan. And then they went over to Lexington and they kind of did that whole development. And then obviously they have taken over the fields. So with the fields in particular, since that's really what they're building right now, just phenomenal floor plans.
Yeah. And don't get them mixed up with the JR Landon product because those are the real high end of Landon. We're talking just the Landon product, which
I'm talking all of the Landon.
Oh, you're talking all of them.
All the Landon. Yeah,
you're right.
I mean, it's their whole umbrella, right?
Okay.
So Landon Homes. I mean, so yeah, they have different, they have their Lexus models and their Toyota models, but and in fact, I would venture to say that I'm more talking about their Lexus, the JR, right? So I just really like, especially with the fields and it's such a popular subdivision right now, right? Everybody wants to know, and just their standard upgrades that they give you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it's just phenomenal. And then their layouts are really nice and very family friendly, very focused. They have great installation, so their energy efficiency, they put a lot of pride in that. So I think overall, Landon Homes is just one of those great, underrated, I would say, builders. And I love their floor plans. I love their style. So what are your thoughts, Patrice?
No, I totally agree with you. I think that their standards are like, they blow my mind. They really do, because they are amazing. And, their customer service is great. I have no issue with them at all. And we haven't had anybody that's had any issues with them. So first and foremost, that's the most important probably. But one thing I do want to bring up with all 10 of these builders that we're going to talk about today, they all have the same warranty. So we're going to take that out of the equation because we don't need to worry about that since they all do the same structural and all that kind of stuff. So just wanted to bring that up real quick.
Okay. Now, what about number 9?
Number 9 would be good old Drees Custom Homes.
All right. So Drees Custom Homes, I think people would be surprised if you watch our videos that this would be not in our top 5. And quite honestly, I'm a little bit surprised that it's not higher on our list. But really what it comes down to is, I mean, we've had several builds, but to me, it's more about their locations and their communities. They're in North Lake with Harvest. They've got those 100-foot lots. In fact, that was like your favorite floor plan ever. I mean, I thought we were going to buy that house. And then they're in right across from Legacy Gardens, right across from Star Trail. and then we've built with them in Trinity Falls, but I don't know, they just aren't in there. They're not around enough. Now, one of
Yeah.
the things that is unique about Dries, as well as one other builder on this list, is that you can build on your own lot. So we do get a lot of people that are looking for acreage lots. You know, we do a lot of videos on acreage lots. We love those. So
Mhm.
if you buy a lot, Dries is one of those builders that you can really go in there and customize your house, and you get
Mhm.
kind of that. Well, I guess it says semi-custom at a friendly price point, right? So you
Mhm.
get, it's not completely custom, but you can really kind of change their floor plans. They really work with you quite well. And like I said, you buy some land and you can build on that. So that's a very cool thing about Dries. What are
Yeah.
your, when you think of Dries, what do you think of?
No, I know you're exactly right. I do wish they were in more locations, more of
Hmm.
the bigger master plan communities that we go into all the time, because they do build a beautiful home. I mean, we've they are in kind of obscure locations.
They were in
Um,
Windsong.
they were in Winsong. Yes, that's true. Um, but that, I mean, we have had no issue with them either. Any of these builders that we're going to mention today, we have had no issues with. Um, and if we have had issues with them, they've corrected it quickly. So, um,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean, no builder is going to be without faults, right? There's
know.
always going to be some things, but I will say this: that I mean, if you follow, if this is your first time on our channel, then all 10 are going to be a big surprise, probably, right? But if you follow along, generally speaking, we're not going to feature people that we would not move into ourselves, right? We have our
Hmm.
favorites, and it shows in the model home tours that we do,
Right.
right?
So a lot of people are like, well, I already know what number one is
Yeah,
if they
and number
follow.
one's not going to be a big surprise, I'm sure, but you'll have to stick to the end to find
That's
out.
right. That's right. Well, let's go and see what number eight is.
Okay, Coventry. Now, this is the other one that actually you could build on your own lot if you
Yeah.
choose to.
Hmm.
So, Coventry is actually pretty hit or miss with me.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh,
That's crazy.
well, now they are really known for their energy efficiency,
Hmm.
right? I think they're probably top notch, right, as far as um, top of the food chain when it comes to energy efficiency. And I really like their updated floor plan in Cambridge Crossing.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. And then in Star Trail, you know, they have those 86-foot lots and you could build like your fourth car garage and stuff like that. I also really like about Coventry is their patios. For the most part, they're kind of known for their patios. They'll put the fireplace out there, the outdoor kitchen,
Yeah.
you know, you have the sliders and those kind of options. So I really like that. I'm specifically thinking of Star Trail. But Coventry, as much as I love some of those features, they also, um, you know, it's one of those things where I don't know how do I explain this, Patrice. It's some of their lower end quality homes we've had some issues with. Um, Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing. It depends on the community they're in. And that's what's strange about them. Like,
Hmm.
there's communities they're in that I don't like the models at all that
Yeah,
they have there. And then there's communities where I'm shocked, like Cambridge Crossing. I mean, that is amazing. But I didn't like their original model that was in Cambridge.
that little
So,
single story.
yeah, no, so it's interesting with them. However, we have had very good customer service with them with some of our clients who've had issues with floors and things like that. So they've been very, very good about all of that. So I do definitely give them a gold star for that.
Yeah, I guess we love Coventry when they are in the move up neighborhoods.
Hmm.
The starting the kind of entry level Coventry homes tend to
It's just
be
not
very
as nice.
lackluster, right?
Hmm.
They don't hold up to that name.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best way for me to put it. Hope you understand what that is. Um, Again, they do, like it says, they do phenomenal incentives, um,
Hmm.
which are really good for not only the buyer, but they also give on a lot of their inventory homes. They give realtor incentives, and like for Patrice and I, we any of the realtor incentives that we get, we pass along to you guys. So in effect, that helps you guys out too. So but they only do that really on their inventory.
Hmm.
But anyway, Coventry overall, I would probably switch places with Drees. I like Drees better. It's just Drees is not in
Agree.
enough um, enough communities, man. Come on,
Yeah.
Drees, get your heads together and build some more houses.
Let's move on to
All right.
number 7, and that's I'm actually surprised at number 7 because Perry I feel like should be higher personally,
Okay.
but because we've had great luck with Perry.
No, we have, and they make really good. When I think of Perry, and obviously with Perry is also comes Britain.
Yes.
Um, when I think of Perry, I think of their single story homes.
Hmm.
Their single story homes are fantastic. You've got the big, wide, long entryways,
Hmm.
high ceilings. I like that about Perry. They, over the last couple of years, and this has just been the trend in general with home buying, it's gone from the single story kind of ranch homes to a lot of people want that two-story design with the two-story foyer and all that. And we've, you know, they make excellent homes each way, or else they wouldn't even be on this list.
Yeah,
But
but the majority of our clients do tend to want two-story homes.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they kind of are buying into it, and I just don't know that they're two-story designs. For me, it's for me. I love their single stories so much that it's one of those things where when I think of Perry and Britain, I think of their single story, and I just wish that they would stay in their lane, even though the industry has changed. I mean, all these builders build, great single stories and great two-story floor plans, but to me, I just, you know, would I just like the fact that their single stories, with their downstairs media rooms and all that stuff is just that's my cup of tea personally.
Yeah.
So I guess
Well,
that's it.
those are, I mean, we have a lot of downsizers, empty nesters and things like that, and they love the single story. So, they love the Perry homes for that reason. So I agree with you. I
So I
agree.
would say also Perry is great for those that are looking to get into um, like their first luxury car, right? That's kind of what Perry is to me. They're your first move up kind of home purchase. Um, if
Yeah.
that makes any sense. They've got great. They're in great communities,
Hmm.
great master plan communities. So um, all these guys are going to be in good communities. You're not going to see Perry and DR Horton next to each other or anything like that. And none of these builders you really will. Um,
Right.
so I like that. And
Hmm.
and again, hit that subscribe button, that bell, because we'll be getting into some of these other builders and stuff like that, and comparing communities and doing all that good stuff. So
Hmm.
there's a lot that we're going to cover in 90
We've
days.
got a lot of topics,
It's like
but
2 years worth of content in one in 3 months.
well, the other thing too is if there's any specific topics that you guys want covered, just, put them in the comments below because we
Yeah,
are happy to switch some things around and maybe do that instead of some of
believe
the
me, we
things
don't
that
have 90 topics to talk about right now. So we're counting on you guys to not only hit that subscribe button, but comment below, help us out,
yeah,
and all that good stuff. So yeah,
yeah.
back to
Okay.
Perry though. Perry, I think we've kind of covered it. I think it's your entry point into that luxury, semi-luxury kind of, you know, home build,
Okay.
mainly just because of the great communities that they belong to.
All right. Well, let's
All right,
see
what's number
number
6, please?
6. American Legend.
American Legend. So,
Hmm.
um, when I think of, I mean, we've built quite a bit with American Legend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they have really stepped up their game. American Legend is kind of, I feel, I don't know where I heard this. I think it was in talks with several different builders around, and maybe I pieced this together in my own head over the years. But I feel like American Legend really has bought into and tried to become the next Highland.
Mm.
And look at you, pause like, the hell is Andy talking about? But no, I think their whole management and all that stuff. I think they kind of really, uh, you know, are really they try to. I don't have the words to say it, but they're
Yeah, but with a lot of these builders too. The thing you have to look at, which we can definitely help with if anybody's looking at any of these builders, but to get to some of the levels, so if you're gonna get, I don't want to spoil our top few, but to get to some of the levels of our top 2 and 3, some of these other builders, you have to put quite a few upgrades in
yeah.
just to get to their starting point. Does that make sense? So they may have a lower base price, but to get to the quality of some of these other builders' base price, you're going to have to put in quite a few upgrades, if that makes sense.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
thicker countertops, or some of them, come with, granite, but some of the other builders start with, what's the word I'm looking for?
Quartzite.
Thank you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not always apples to apples with all these guys. You got to kind of say, okay, here's their base price. What do I have to add
Yeah,
now?
well, and
Yeah.
that's where we come in, right? I
Hmm.
mean, we're in all these communities and builders every day, all day, so it's very easy for us to compare. And when we walk into these models, we generally know. But yeah, for back to American Legend, just in general, I just feel like, um, you know, they're in some good communities. They are, you get a lot of bang for your buck with
Yeah.
them. Um, And so, yeah, they're a good quality builder that not enough people talk about or recognize. So,
Yeah.
to me, I think it's definitely one that you should have on your list, especially if and with all these builders. Really, what it comes down to is your community, right? Um, the community and location is going to meet everything. Location, location, location. When we talk about real estate, but if there is an American Legend home in that community that you're really interested in, or one of the 2 or 3 communities that you're interested in, definitely take a look at them. I would not hesitate for a moment to build an American Legend home.
Well, they definitely make a great quality home. And the other thing that you have to remember too with all these guys is they basically have, 1 or 2 models, but they've got, they could have 17 different floor plans. So
Mhm.
we can go to different communities and help you find that floor plan so you can actually walk it, see it, get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Because just because you don't like that model doesn't mean, well, I can't go with American Legend because I don't like that one model. They have tons.
The
So
model homes always, doesn't matter what builder, what price point, it's always the number
it
one
is. It is.
house
Yeah,
in those communities.
it is.
All right,
All
so
right.
Patrice, now we're getting excited because now we're getting in the top 5. So
Top
when we get
5.
into the top 5, we are talking about, like, if I was the developer, these are the 5 builders I would reach out to first.
Hmm. And we've talked to some developers that feel the same way.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. No.
So here we
And
go.
generally speaking, they all kind of go together, right?
Yeah. They do.
You often see them together. So first one up is Shattuck
Yeah.
Homes.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
We've had
Shattuck,
a lot of people buy Shattuck homes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Over the years, we've had helped a ton of people with Shattuck Homes, and we just truly they are really just a good luxury builder, right?
Yeah.
Their design is just very family friendly, very elegant, you know,
Lots of options.
lots of options. I
Hmm.
love, when I go into a brand new Shattuck home model, it's where we kind of see the trend before the trend.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I remember way back with Shattuck and their model in Winsong Ranch. That was the first model home tour we ever did. That was back in 19, and that was a whole other channel.
Yeah.
So it was pre-pandemic, but it had like the granite, with the kind of that leather finish,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
right?
right.
And now you see it kind of all over the place, or at least in the
Hmm.
last couple of years you have. And
They
and
were,
those are the sort of trends. The whole brick
that's
wall
what I was going to say.
fireplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the buff mortar, it's those types of things. Shattuck really is on the cutting edge
Hmm.
of where the industry is going, and their floor plans and their layouts really shine. Now, when
Yeah.
it comes to, unlike Perry, if I had a client that was just, hey, I'm all about the two-story, I would really, Shattuck really shines in their two-story homes.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. They do. They have some really unique floor plans, which are different than others, which is nice. It's nice, especially for us who look at models all day long. It's nice to see, you know, some different things, which brings me to another builder that we have on here.
Okay.
Um, and that's Southgate.
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 Okay.
They've got some great, great models that others don't have, and I love going through there.
So Southgate homes, again, sort of like with Shattuck, right? They're kind of neck and neck, and when it comes to that, their designs are great. Their family floor plans. I
Hmm.
like when I'm talking Southgate. When I think of Southgate, I think of a few different things, but they're very, very good for their single stories as well as their two-story
Well, I
design.
was going to say there are two stories you like because they usually, not always, but usually have the media room downstairs, which is the thing that you've always wanted because ours is upstairs and you don't like that.
Okay.
You don't
As
want to
you
have
get
to walk up
older,
the stairs. But you're right. The difference, Shattuck and Southgate seem to be the two that a lot of our clients kind of go back and forth. Do I, so what it comes down to with them pretty much is floor plan
yeah,
because the quality is pretty much the same.
yeah, and you will not when most people do not come here and thinking, okay, I want Southgate. But every
Right.
time you show them a Southgate home, they are always. I mean, it's very. I don't have any stats on this or anything like that, but it's very um, interesting to me how many times we have put people in Shattuck homes, and or not Shattuck, Southgate homes that had no interest in Southgate, never heard of them,
Yeah.
don't get all the bells and whistles and all that stuff. Um, but when I think of Southgate, I think of their big dining room areas with the window seating, right? I like how they have that. They have
Yeah.
big patios, and then they have the car wash shower, right? Just
They
about,
do. They do.
yeah. I just love the car wash showers.
The other
So go ahead.
The other thing that I like about Southgate though is their customer service. We've had excellent customer service with them every time we've used them. So I've got to I've got to give them a little extra props for that, for
No,
sure.
absolutely. And all
Yeah.
these builders are. That's why
Mhm.
they're on our top 10 list, right?
Yeah.
So, but Southgate, you're right. They do tend to go over the top
Yeah.
and treat our clients very well. We
Not
did
as Sorry, not as over the top as our number one, but pretty
no,
close.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're I have nothing but positive things to say about them. There was a period in times, like I said, there hasn't been not every build. In fact, every build always has some speed bumps along the way,
Yes. Yes.
and it's how you navigate and manage those pain points is very important to not only us as your agents, but also um, for our clients, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah, we're not going to recommend builders that we've had issues with, and believe me, again, we
We've had
will
issues.
discuss that. I'm sure that's going to be a video in one of these things, so definitely
Yeah.
follow along. But these you can't go wrong with Southgate.
All right. We ready for number 3?
I am.
Tradition.
Okay, now we're getting into the area. Okay, these top
This
five.
is tough. This is
Yeah, I
tough.
mean it's apples and I mean one A and one B, right? So
Yes. Because you were talking about Perry's single story, how much you love them.
oh,
Tradition, those are my favorite by
tradition
far.
is a
Love
different
them.
level than
Mm-hmm.
Perry,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, well, that's true.
It's a different level. It's a
Yeah.
different price point. It's a different level.
Yeah.
Tradition Homes is a true luxury builder, right?
Yeah. And you're going to pay for that too, a little bit
You're
more.
gonna pay a little bit more,
Yeah.
but they're what they call patio homes are on
Yeah.
65-foot lots,
Yes.
and they just take up the whole thing.
So,
They're almost
yeah.
like zero lot lines, right? But then they have those product, and then they have half acre products. So I mean, it's just they run the gamut. But most of their homes are going to be on that 70+ foot lot, right? So
Yeah.
they tend to be on the bigger lots. They aren't a big production builder where they're gonna be in 30 different communities in the Dallas Fort Worth area. In fact, they're probably in like 4 or 5, you know.
Yeah.
But what they do extremely well. And
Well, what's included is, I mean, you really, if you didn't want to, would not have to upgrade. You just wouldn't. I mean, they make a beautiful home as is. Obviously, there's always some things you want to upgrade. You want to, maybe add more wood to parts of the house or something like that. But they build a beautiful, just standard home
yeah,
for
and their
sure.
floor plans are just out of this world.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk in and it hits me like a ton of bricks that
Mhm.
okay, this is home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we, like I said, we've been in all of them. But traditions very stands out. That would, if we're looking at a new home right now, traditions would be top of my list.
Yes, and specifically the model that they have in Mustang Lakes. We'll have to show everybody that one because that is a beautiful floor plan.
Yeah, they have two in
Mhm.
Mustang Lakes, and both of
That's
them are
true.
great.
You know which
But I
one I'm
know the
talking
one that
about.
you're talking about. On the 65-foot lot, you really like that.
Yeah.
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 No,
Okay.
that's a great one.
All right. So we're going
All
with
right,
number two.
top two, babe.
Okay. Drum roll, please. Toll Brothers.
Toll Brothers. Okay, now this is a mixed bag.
Yeah. I, I, I might have put tradition before Toll Brothers myself,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So Toll Brothers
I'm
is
not sure why we did that.
yeah. Toll Brothers, when you walk into a Toll Brothers home,
Wow
it's
factor.
fantastic. It gives you
Mhm.
definitely gives you that wow factor, right? That's what they're after. But the thing about Toll Brothers, and one of the things that you need to know is that they spare no expense when it comes to their models. So in order to get that high a quality, you're going to be spending a good $300,000-400,000 into their model. In fact, there's one model that they spent $750,000 just on the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoever buys that model is going to get a steal.
That's crazy. Um, Now they don't. They have done recently. We've had some experiences where it was pretty disappointing.
Yes. That's what I
And
was going to say too.
yeah, so they're one of these ones that they're because they build such a quality home, and you think luxury, you think now everybody knows them because they're national, right? You think Toll Brothers, it has this Toll Brothers quality, and then they deliver, but it's not without faults, and we really have to keep on them.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I will say the way that they reacted,
Perfect.
perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
they dropped everything, took care of it. So for
Mhm.
that, I have to give them props. That's why I didn't move them down.
The
But
only issue I have with them really is, like you said, that they've taken away recently some of their standards, and now you have to pay for them as an upgrade, and I
mhm,
disagree with that. I just don't think that there's certain things that you should not have to pay for. Those should just come with that quality of a house
mhm.
should come with it, certain things. And so if you guys have any questions, definitely reach out to us, hit that dream home form below because we can talk about this. But like you said, they did come through when they made a mistake. And so for that, I mean, customer service to me is huge because we have had builders who refuse to fix things and that's why we
Stupid stuff,
never,
it's like, what are you doing?
yeah, we won't showcase them.
Yeah,
We won't even talk about them anymore.
no.
So,
It-
yeah.
yeah, Toll Brothers definitely stepped up, and
Hmm.
so that's why we kept them up here. But
Hmm.
like I said, without everything, they're they're just like I said, every builder is going to have some ups and downs. Not
Hmm.
every build, and we do hundreds of builds,
Hmm.
and all of them have something. You're going to hit that speed bump, right? And it's just how they react.
Yeah.
The one thing I also love about Toll Brothers as a real estate agent is because not only are we going to represent you on the buy side, but we're representing you when you do move up or move out or whatever the case may be. And that name carries some weight, and they tend to hold their values very well.
Yeah.
Not that all these builders do, but I mean, they have a strong resale value because of the name.
Hmm.
All
Yep.
right, Patrice,
All
you
right.
ready for number one? I'm sure everybody knows who number one is.
Especially because we haven't talked about them
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
Ta-da!
Highland Homes, the gold
Of
standard
course.
in
Of course.
Texas, right? I'm probably aging myself because I don't know that I don't. I mean, not only does Highland Homes have exceptional floor plans, both single story and two story, and they have different levels. So, what I love about Highland is that you could start in the very entry level and get a really good quality home with excellent customer service, and it can grow with you.
Hmm.
Whereas some of these other ones, their entry points are a lot higher. But Highland runs the gamut from you can get them under 300,000 in the Dallas area, and
Well,
you
we
can
just did
go up
that
to
Creekshaw.
Huntington, which is $2-3 million.
We just did that Creekshaw video, and you saw a beautiful home for under, 400,000, three
Yeah,
fifty. What was it? 360 something or whatever. Beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they started off at what, 270?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, insane. The thing, and this is what I was going to say. I'm probably dating myself because I don't know that you hear this anymore. But back in the day, everybody thought when you thought of customer service, you thought of Nordstrom's,
Right.
right? 30, 40 years ago. When you think of customer service in real estate, you think of Highland Homes. I mean, I can't tell you
Hands
this,
down.
and I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it, so I won't. But um, I mean, there are just some things that we know that Highland has done to go above and beyond that is beyond anything that you would even comprehend in your head.
Yes. Yeah.
They are just that level where they want everyone to be happy. They truly believe in the win-win. They're not after, they treat their business. I mirror our business after them, where we don't look at everything as a transactional business. It's it's a relationship business, right? And so we know that we are going to if we serve you correctly and treat you like family like we do, we know that you are going to refer us all your friends and family because you loved and you enjoyed your experience, and you're going to be with us when you buy and sell your future properties. It's not just a one and done with us, right? And that's what Highland's whole approach is as well, is that they know that they're going to be with you because they have all these different levels. They're going to be with you forever, right? You will always, if you buy that one house and that's it, then you've experienced a great experience, and you will never have any, you will have no issues. But if you grow, you're always, once you're in a Highland home, you always tend to want to be in another Highland home.
Well, they're an employee-owned company, so they have a stake in this. So for them to, give good customer service and everything like that is important to them for
Yeah.
that reason. And yeah, they have been amazing. They've done amazing things for our clients. So that would be my definite top
I mean,
suggestion.
I can give you just a real quick example, just real quick. It's not even like the extreme stuff that I know, but most of these builders, when you put your earnest money down and something
Mhm.
happens, you lose your job, or, whatever the case may be, it's a lot of these are sorry, you're out of luck, you lose your earnest money. Not with Highland. Highland will give that earnest money back. And the reason why is, again, they want you to have a positive feeling. They want everyone to have a positive feeling, whether you build with them or not, that Highland does the right thing. And
Mhm.
they know that, hey, stuff happens, life happens. 6 months from now, 9 months from now, 2 years from now, when you come back and you're ready to buy a house, you're going to remember how Highland treated you, and
Mhm.
you're not going to write them off. So, anyway,
Yeah.
I can't say enough good things. Highland Homes is exceptional. They have their luxury brand, which is their Huntington product. Absolutely mind blowing
Mhm.
models and stuff like that. So,
No escalation clauses, which is really nice, which means that when you contract and that's the price you pay. And if prices go up, doesn't matter, you're still paying what you
yeah,
contracted for,
think
which is
think
important.
COVID era, right?
Mhm.
Where now we tariffs and all sorts of weird things going on. If materials go up in price, you contracted at X price, you are paying X price no matter what. So they will lose on their margins because
Mhm.
they like I said, they don't have those escalation clauses. Good point, Patrice. So
Yeah. And we know which ones do and which ones don't.
yeah,
So,
and
yeah.
we'll hold your hand through the whole process. So anyway,
Mhm.
enough about that. That is our top 10 list. And we actually completed, Patrice, day one of this 90-day challenge. So if you guys want to follow along, definitely hit that subscribe button, that bell, so you're alerted every time we do a video, which is going to be in the next 90 days tomorrow. So
And tomorrow you're going to see a model home tour.
yes, like I said, it's going to be about 50-50. So until the next time, I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
Take care.